The just concluded week is one of the busiest week in some months now in year 2023, where we have various fundamental across the currency. We have the likes of the FOMC, the interest rates from the pounds, from the euro, and then from the Japanese yen. And we saw the NFP coming out lower than expected. That is there's a disappointing result in the unemployment rate and the non-farm employment change. Very, very disappointing one, which saw the US dollar weak around the board. And if you can remember, and then if you have been following me, you will see that I've been talking about this level, that this level might not break to the upside. That is 106.860. That is a very strong resistant level in the DSY. But when the release of NFP came out, that comes out disappointing, then we saw this breaking this support level. So what next are we looking at in the forex market after we break 105.645 in mostly the US dollar? But before we continue, I would like to show you guys something. Remember I did a video about this bot, that this bot is very, very effective. And as you can see the growth. The growth is just moving up. No drawdown. That is not acceptable. As you can see the growth. And then if you look at it, the gain is 80%. That's did 80% in 3 months. Well, let's say this is the 4th month, right? And the initial balance is 5k, and the profit is 4,069, as you can see. Then if you scroll down, you will see the profitability margin, profitability percentage, which is 74%, and then it's 1,486 win out of 2,000 trade, as you can see, and lost 522 out of 2,000 trades. So you can see the profitability margin. It is wide, and it is more than 70 to 60% of overall trades. So if you just come down to this level, you see that in August it did whopping 27%. In September it did 16%, October 19%, and then we are now in November. So as you can see, the profitability margin is very, very wide. It's not something that you want to miss right now. It's not something that you want to play with. You understand? So this bot is very, very effective. So you can just there's a link to my Twitter in the description box where you can message me how to get this bot. And because normally I've not seen a bot that is very effective for three months straight. You know, they said retail traders lose half or most of their capital within 3 months, and then that's 90 days, right? And then you will see the bot consistency for like 3 months without even losing half of the account, and then this is the 4th month right there. So this bot is very, very effective. It's what you can use if you don't want to be in front of the computer every time trading, and then you need something to generate income for you daily. So this bot is what I recommend for you to either connect or buy the full license. Yeah, buying the full license. So the connection fee is going for 300, and then the full license is going for 1,000. So you can just DM me in my Twitter, and then if you don't have the connection fee but you have balance up to 2,000 or 1,000, because 1,000 is the minimum balance you can use for this bot. So you can DM me on Twitter. We'll talk about it, how I will get you connected. So that's that about that. So let's go back to the business of the day. So here, what we are looking at next week is for a retracement back to this level, and then reject. Then we might likely see another leg down to 103.453. And mind you, next week is one of the quiet week, because we don't have much fundamental coming around next week in most of the various currency. So next week just a quiet market. So it can just be a week of retracement. So you have to brace up for it. So probably price might come back here. This is 50%. This is 50 moving average, so price might just come to retest this 50 moving average and then reject back to these 200 moving average at the support level of 103,453. So that's what I'm looking at, because we've seen price breaking back to this very, very important level, and as you can see, this is a support level, and then right is a support level right here, and the market break the support, and then we have a new resistance showing up at this area. So market price can just come and retest this resistance, and then we'll see a rejection back to 103,453. Basically, that is what I'm looking to happen. That is what might likely happen next week. So let's check the individual currency. But before we check the individual currency, let's check the economic activities we have next week. On Monday, like, is a quiet week as usual, as I said initially, where we have Bank of Japan governor speech. That is very early on Monday, and probably something might happen then. I don't know. So let's see what will happen there, because Japan has one of the Japanese yen is one of the weakest currency is the weakest currency in the Asian currency. But this speech might bring some strength back to the currency. So if you have a JPY position over the weekend like me, because I hold Canadian JPY over the weekend, so very early on Monday morning, let's say by 2 a.m. or stuff, I'm going to get out of the position, or probably 3 a.m. I'm going to get out of the position before this actual speech right there. And then on Tuesday we have the Australian dollar cash rate, and then the rate statement from the Australian. So let's see how it goes right there. I think this is the most one of the most important news next week. The rest is speech, is statement. Yeah, this is the most important thing that we have next week. The rest is statement. So on Tuesday we have the statement from FOMC members. Where's the inflation expectation from the S&D? Thursday we have the speech. Most of these things are just speech, so there's nothing much. It's going to be a quiet week as usual. But I think the only place we should be looking for more volatility is on the AUD next week. They have their rate statement and monetary policy statement. So apart from that, Thursday we have the unemployment claims out of the US dollar. For me, you should be expecting this negative, because what make the whole NFP coming out disappointing? So the unemployment rate should be positive, negative rather. So I think that news right there should be negative next week. What make the unemployment rate coming out disappointing, and then we still have the ISM manufacturing PMI coming out disappointing. You understand? So I think that news right there should come out disappointing on Thursday. But let's see how it goes. This is another month, so probably they might have add additional job. So let's see. But I think it's going to be a quiet week next week. So let's go back to the technical. First we want to check is gold. Gold right there is trapped in the chart pattern. So this is what I'm actually looking at on gold, and the first thing I will be looking at here is just to say, like, I'm actually sell and go for like 40 pips before I'll be aiming to buy right there. So this is one of the opportunity am I looking at to take at this area. Then my stop loss will be after this candle. So probably I might actually take this opportunity and then get out from here. So it might be 1:2, but what we are looking at right here is gold to the upside. But I might just take the opportunity as the market open if there is no gap, and I might just want to take this opportunity and actually at 1:1 I will close half of my trade and then break even, because we are trading against the trend. So the one thing I want you to learn, guys, is that if you are trading against the if you are trading against the trend, if you are going for 1:3 and then the trade has did 1:1 already, going to 1:2, there's nothing stopping you from closing half of your trade, because you know that you are against the trend. The trend can actually resume faster than you thought. So then break even for you to do what it's going to do. Probably maybe to give you the TP you are looking for, or it will reverse. But what I'm looking at on gold is for price to just come back to this area, and then we have a bounce here and a break to the upside. So basically this is what I'm looking at for on gold, for price to come down to retest this support level, and then we have a rejection back to 2000 where it's coming from. It has hit the 2000 mark before. The next target is 2046. So let's see how it goes right there. But that's what I'm looking. Basically, that is what I'm looking out for on gold this period. As you can see, for price to come here, retest, and then, but if price now come down here and break this low of 1971, that is, it means that the trend have changed for probably for just a short time, and then price might come and we'll see, let's say, rejection at this, then back to the upside. You understand what I'm saying right there? So, but the whole scenario is still to the upside. So here, if price didn't break this low, we'll see price might bounce back from this trend line and then hit a new high at 0.2046. But if price break this low at 1971, should be looking at this area as the next support level or demand level to push the price back to that particular high. So you have to just focus on these levels and focus on how price react to this level. That's when you take a position. So on pounds USD, if you've been watching this, following me on the weekly forex forecast, I talk about this level in the weekly time frame, that if this level is not broken, GBP USD is going to the upside. This level right there, this hammer candle right there, and as you can see, the hammer candle did not even break. And then at the end of the day last week, after we see this just concluded week, after we see the NFP coming out disappointing, then we see a big move in the GBP USD, which move in that week, which move more than 300 pips that week. As you can see from year to year, see almost 300 pips move to the upside right there. So what is our next move here? For me, I think the first 2 days of let's say Monday and Tuesday might be for retracement. So this is what I'm looking at right there. So I'm using the Fibonacci retracement to know where the retracement might actually be over, and then as I showed you in the US, in the DSY, so probably we might have price retracing back to 38.2 level, then we might see rejection from there back to 1.25191. But my own direction bias is to the upside, but I'm looking to see a retracement before the further move to the upside. So the level I'm looking at, I'm not even looking at 50% level right here. The level I'm looking at for price to reject is 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level before it actually resume the uptrend right there. So that is what I'm looking at on GBP US dollar, because as you can see, this actually looks like a double bottom right there, and then this neckline has been broken. So probably price might just come and twist something right here, and then we see a rejection back to the upside. But you just have to watch how price react to this level. Another thing I wanted to look at right here is that if you look further, you see a supply level at that top. So likely we might see a rejection coming out from this area. Probably if price just move higher, then we might see a rejection coming back to retest this level. Then we have a rejection at 1.22735. So this is what I'm looking at right here, for probably price to just retrace next week, then back to this 38.2 retracement level, then reject. But then if I see any rejection from any of this level, let's say this level, or at most this level, which is not likely, this level is not likely, but this one is more likely to hold, then I see rejection at this area, I'm going long from here. So any retracement you see from this area back to this area is an opportunity for you to look for a bullish setup back to high, which is 1.25191, and then I might even trade this retracement if I see let's say 2 1 hour candle close on probably on Monday. So I might actually enter this retracement and then put my stop loss after this daily high of Friday. So let's see how it goes right there. So that's basically what I'm looking for. So you have to watch how price reacts to this area, how probably there's a rejection here, and then if you have a what to call a rejection at this particular level, that's where you know when you take your bias at that particular area right there. So that is what I'm looking at on GBP US dollar. So the next pair is pounds USD, euro USD. Yeah, the next pair is euro USD. As you can see, what I'm looking at here too is for a retracement to happen, because here we see that price has hit a significant resistance level, which is 80% likely to do what, to retrace or to reject. And one of the things I will say that it might actually reject is see something right here. When price hits this level, it forms a hammer candlestick and they reject, and then we saw this drop, and then we have another candle hitting that particular level right there. So this one is somehow not negotiable. We can actually see a retracement here back to this area, or at most back to this area if the uptrend is still valid. So if the uptrend is still valid, then it will not actually exceed 1.06163. It will not go below this if the uptrend is still valid. And then this is likely what I'm looking at for the price to retrace to before a rejection right there. So this level is what I'm looking at. 1.06635 is what I'm looking at for price to just reject before it get to that particular high right there. But retracement here is something that is very, very likely to happen. Retracement back to the downside to retest this area. This is for our time frame, as you can see, and this is a significant support level coupled with the trend line. So you can see that we have a rejection 1 2, and then a fake breakout, market breaking back, and then as you can see, this support might actually hold at this area, and then we might see rejection back to 1.09235. So if you ask me what I'm looking at, what I will trade next week, I will tell you that first of all, I will trade this retracement. There is 80% chance of me trading this retracement in the London section on Monday, and probably target this as my take profit right there. So then this high will be my safe zone right there, as you can see, 1:2. So probably there is 80% chance of me trading this retracement, and then after, probably if it happens, I take my profit, then I'll be looking for a rejection at any of these 1 or 2 to take my bias. And if eventually we break to this level, that's when I'll continue looking for a sell bias back to this level. So let's say I do, but if you check the monthly time frame, it tells you that we are in an uptrend already, because there is a reversal candle at this level, and checking the daily time frame, it shows that we are in an uptrend before this retracement. As you can see, this is an uptrend, this probably is a retracement, and then this is a rejection. So the uptrend is very, very much likely than the downtrend movement. So that's why I'll be looking for that retracement to take the opportunity of the uptrend right there. So probably looking for a retracement back to this level, then my target is 1.0923. So I'll be dropping the trade, and then if you are not yet in my Telegram channel, click the link in the description box. It is there. Join the Telegram channel. That is where I'll be dropping any trade I want to take. I'll be dropping the trade, the stop loss, and then the take profit. As you can see, our channel is doing well. So I'll actually show you how we be able to clean it in the Telegram channel. So the next step we will likely to look at is USD Swiss franc, and then I dropped this trade last week, and eventually I even dropped it to my trading view subscribers. As you can see, this is going to be a resumption of downtrend right there, because if you see the overall market bias is down, and this is just a retracement that actually reject at this level. So my bias is to the downside, and we actually entered this trade on Thursday, probably Thursday, yeah, before this candle on Friday. So we enter at this level, and then we are very much in a good profit, and then that is that for that week. So probably we'll resume the trade next week, and this is the take profit level of 0.87744. So after the breakout of this trend line, I decided to take this trade and then save zone at this area. So probably the take profit, the first take profit is at this support level of 0.88992, and the second one is at 0.87744. So let's see how it goes right there. Just let's see how it goes, how it actually go, but hopefully we hit the TP right there. It is 1:3.5. So let's see how it goes right there. So the next pair I want to check is the US dollar Canadian dollar. As you can see, there is a break of this, there is violation of this trend line. Here we have a violation of this trend line. So probably you might look for price to just trace back to this level. Then we have a rejection back to this level and to this level. So on US dollar Canadian dollar, any retracement you see back to this level of 1.37844 is an opportunity for you to look for a bearish setup to 1.35821. Then if it break, then you are looking for a bearish setup to 1.34210. So don't fade. See, just at the Monday candle close, just look at how price reacts to this level. If price come back to this level, and then look for rejection, or price might actually not come back to this level, you might see price testing this supply zone, then reject right there. Where is the supply zone? This is probably what I'm talking on right there, and then we might actually see a rejection back to 1.35821 or back to 1.34210. So if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like this video you are watching, and then can actually share to your friend and loved one so that they can be updated about what's going on in the FS market. So do well to subscribe, do well to share, do well to like, and then I actually appreciate as you do that. So the next pair I want to take is the US dollar Japanese yen. This pair, we'll be talking about this 150 level. That's a very strong level that price might actually come back to it. And if you check this 151 as it reject at 15161, you see that there is a break of this trend line which violates the uptrend. You understand, which tells us that the trend is likely to change right there. And I want to tell you that anything below this 150 level is a sell for me. Anything below this level of 151.61 is a sell. So probably price might actually rally back to retest this level, and then might see a rejection from that level. So any rejection you see from this level is an opportunity for you to look for a bearish setup back to 1.47 on 147.415, then 144.699. So probably my bias on US dollar JPY next week is to the downside, but my safe zone is 150.162. If price break the low above this level, and then we saw a break above this level, then this is where I will change my mind to a buy bias. But anything below 151.617 and 151.61 is a sell bias for me. That is what I will be looking to do, even though the trend is in an upside. But when you check that level is a very strong resistance level, and then we have a breakout of this. So if market break 151.61, I will just fold my hand and see how price will react to these two levels. That is what I'll be looking at right there. If it break, I'll follow, and if it break down to the downside, I will actually follow. So the next pair I want to check is Swiss franc Japanese yen, and this pair actually dropped these two probably late Friday. So we are looking for price to move to the downside, as we can see a rejection coming out at this particular level. So let's say it goes right. This is 1:2.6, not to 1:3, and first profit is at 1:1. So let's say price reacts to that particular level. So you can actually put your entry here at the market open, and then your exit at this high. So let's see how price reacts to that particular zone right there. Probably you might see a breakout, or the rejection actually comes in. So let's see how price, but my own bias is to the downside, right, to retest this particular level, and then for price to come and probably test this support level at 160.068. So here on pounds JPY, this is the week we took, this is the trade we took on Friday and gave us open 1:3 risk to reward, and then everyone was happy. So what is the next move on pounds JPY? So let's check the weekly time frame. So here too, we might actually be looking for a retracement at this level. So what I'll be looking at on looking out for on pounds JPY is a retracement, and then I'll be putting my Fibonacci retracement level on the low and the high of the price. So if probably I see a retracement back to 38.2, I'll be looking to take my buy bias. So I'll be looking at 38.2 or 50% Fibonacci retracement level to take my buy bias. This or this, that is where I'm looking to take my buy bias right there. And the last pair I want to check at is a Euro Canadian dollar. So what can we say about this this particular pair? It's still in an uptrend, right? But I'm looking for a third touch on this trend line to take my buy. So any treatment you see back here to retest this trend line is an opportunity for you to look for a bullish setup back to 1.47987. So that is what I'll be looking at right there. So any treatment you see back to this area, this is where I'll be looking to take my buy bias on Eurocar. So that's it, guys, on the weekly forex forecast. These are the pairs I'm willing to take and the price I'm willing to take each of them. And then a big thank you to those that have been supporting this channel. Please let us grow. Keep subscribing to the channel and keep turning on the notification button. And don't forget to click the link in the description box to join our Telegram channel. And once again, the bot is available for you to connect, and then to the full license is available. So my Twitter profile link is in the description box. You can just message me on Twitter, and then let's see how you get your account connected. So probably there's a link to the verified broker too in the description box. So that broker is what I would likely recommend for you if you want to use the bot, so HFM. So just try and register the broker and deposit, and then I will tell you the kind of account you open so that they will not remove swap or anything spread fee from your account if you want to connect the bot. So that will make you more profitable with the bot. So guys, thank you for watching to this level. See you next week.